Let's start the meeting. This is fine. Okay, thank you. Bye. Whenever.
Get started. Roll call. I'll start.
Emily Marine, Spiller, Adriana McGinnis.
And we're going to do the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, my favorite way to start a board meeting is with great news. I'm going to introduce Robert Fowler. Robert's going to present for Dick's Sporting Goods.
I have my daughter here today who attends the Arkansas Arts Academy. And we have a company grant program. And so I applied for it last fall. And so I'm pleased to present a check from the Dick's Sporting Goods Foundation for Sports Matters for $15,000. They have helped over 3 million kids with $100 million in grants. And so I know that India's excited and the rest of the school. If you have a photo op opportunity, to be able to, for a media selfie. Who wants to do the photo?
Aaron. Okay.
Sorry.
I see the top of Michael's head. Okay, ready? We love you, Michael. Perfect.
Good job. Oh.
1, 2, 3. Thank you guys so much. Thank you.
I'm going to change it up just a little bit. Go ahead and go to awards. High School Student of the Month. Can we start there?
Students of the month.
Yes, please.
All right. So for High School Student of the Month, for 7th grade, we have Kinley Hurst. Grade, we have Maxwell Lisenby. For 9th grade, we have Joel Mullen. Next, we have Siler Bohannon. Next, we have Avery Roberts. And then last, we have Jack Andrews. Congratulations.
Wait, we're going to take more pictures. More pictures. We're good. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Good job.
Okay, let's go ahead and do High School Staff of the Month and then Elementary School Staff of the Month.
Our high school staff of the month was Mackenzie Blanchard. She is brand new to us, a science teacher, and she has, for a rookie, absolutely knocked it out of the park. Unfortunately, she had a 5 o'clock appointment. She is getting married this weekend and they had something they had to take care of. And so she is not with us tonight, but we are extremely proud of her hard work, very proud of her.
You do not. You're Tuesday night with us, on a week before your wedding. So for our elementary staff of the month, we have Nurse Katie Milligan. I'm gonna read some of what our staff shared about her because I just can't even put into words the way they put it into words. She was chosen by our school community because she's compassionate, professional, and has an unwavering positive attitude. She meets students where they are, even when they feel their physical worst, but she greets each one with patience, kindness, and a reassuring smile. Her calm and caring presence helps students feel safe and supported during moments when they need it the most. She's incredible support for our staff, so we are very honored to be able to honor her. That's why I'm saying sort of.
Okay, on three. 1, 2, 3.
Congratulations. Oh, I just think that.
Then I have heard heroes before we go to the boring part of the board meeting.
They do that during their presentation
During their presentation.
or during their assemblies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Financial audit. We have an audit letter. We have results, final results.
He presented that.
He presented last time. So
Anybody have any questions?
I do not. Okay.
You
Dr. Roberts?
don't need to do anything except.
We just need to accept the audit.
Accept the audit.
In case we didn't do that, we need to accept.
Okay, just in case, I move that we approve this year's audit as.
Okay. Second.
Because we don't have
We can't
anybody here.
have quorum.
Never mind.
Yeah.
All right, moving on.
Let's come back to that.
We'll come back to that one.
Okay.
All right, so it would be your.
Okay, so it's to you, Dr. Roberts, for the district update.
So we have one personnel change. We had a staff member retire, or not retire, resign from high school. Our lottery is moving right along and we're getting requests right and left for tours. And so that's going really well. We currently are readers, it's hard to see. We are at, well, it's 9:28.
Circle says 8.
Okay, 8:28
I don't know if that's
plus.
the right.
Anyway, our lottery numbers going really well. We're continuing to give tours and, we are, for sure, we are gonna be where we at right now, if not more.
Do we feel like we have a pretty good answer and handle on returning?
We've gotten feedback from everyone that's currently a student here, whether they're leaving or not. And,
Are we seeing a lot of departures?
we're seeing a lot of returns,
Okay.
which is great. And the ones that are leaving, it either has to do with being moved, homeschool, or some sort of sports interest that we don't offer.
Sure.
So those are the reasons why. Yes, so they'll come and present. So high school update, let's go to that one next.
My update tonight will be fairly short. We're just in that stretch between Christmas and spring break and kind of winding it down. That says February. This is March. That's how it's been. So, no, I don't want to go back to February. We do have some student celebrations. The Arkansas Department of Education announced its Arkansas Governor's Scholastic Honors Day. And so we do have two students that are going to represent us, and that's going to be Hannah Evans and Jacob Fisher. So we're really excited for them to get to go down to the Governor's Mansion on the 2nd of May and represent Arkansas Arts Academy. So very proud of them. They're both amazing scholars. We also have a testing update that, as you know, the state rolled out several new testing opportunities that they will pay for students. And so we've just gone through the season. All of February. Today was the final ACT for the extended time that we had. And so we've given the PSAT, the pre-ACT, the ACT, the SAT, and the ASVAB. So all that to say, that winds down all of that extra testing that they're offering for students this year. And now all we have remaining is AP testing and the Atlas test. And so those all kick off in late April and AP in May. So we're just kind of rolling along. We have several arts winners recently. Unfortunately, I don't have pictures of all of them. And so I might throw those again next month, just so you can see the pictures of them. But in Arts Across Arkansas, we had 3 winners. We had Gabriella Kalix with Stillwater and Ike, Hannah Evans with Reminiscent, and then Scott Hansen had a photography entry that won, and it was Lights Over Lake Shawnee. So I'll try to get pictures for you guys next month for those. And then JBU hosted an art contest, and we had Amelia Van Winkle winning with Party in the Park. Again, Gabriella Kalix with Grandma's, and then Caleb Hicks with Just Like Old Times. So I'll get you some pictures of those coming up. Archery, our high school archery team won the state tournament, or they placed 5th in the state tournament this year. So that was really great. That's a new all-time high for them from what I understand. And then we had a freshman, Jasper Currington, who was the Arkansas state champion. So congratulations to Jasper. And then they'll be heading out later in the year down to the national tournament. So we have high hopes for them there. And that actually concludes my presentation. I just don't have a lot for you this month. So.
We're headed into spring break. That's how
We
it should
are.
be. Winding down.
Almost there. Oh, I do have one more thing. PSAT, part of their fundraiser was to sponsor some new places for outdoor seating. So we're very excited. We got 3 of these in, and one is put together and it'll go outside for the kids to sit. So a huge thank you to PSAT and everybody that was involved in helping with that. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you, guys. We know you're welcome.
Yeah, we're kind of in the same boat. We are in that final stretch right before spring break, but we do have some photos to share with you of some work we've done over the past few weeks. The mic is probably trying to get that up. Michael. Obviously, I don't have nothing from you guys, but. All right, so the first exciting thing is this last week, we had over 50 students perform at the American Academy of Ballet Awards. The judge awards silver and gold medals only. They don't award bronze medals, and we had several students receive those. And we had 9 students receive scholarships to the American Academy of Ballet Summer School of Excellence in New York this next summer. So really excited for them. So one of the things that we wanted to highlight and show you is some of our museum visits. I think that's one of the things that makes us really unique as a school is all the museum visits that our students get to take. A lot of times and I'm going to show you several different of our museum partners, but what we're trying to do is enhance their academic experience and also tie in that artful learning model that we use. And so one great way we do that is by taking field trips to see our masterworks in person. So that is that masterwork is that art piece or that piece of music that's really connecting to that concept that our teachers are teaching for that quarter. So for this one, here's a highlight of our 6th grade students. going to the Shiloh Museum in Springdale. They were looking at their masterwork, local industries, and they were studying the science of how increases in human population impacts their Earth systems. Again, our sixth graders took more field trips, this time to Rogers Historical Museum, and they were curating artifacts from the museum into an exhibit of their own. And at the same time, they're working on drawing emphasis and writing. So that's connecting with our English standards. And then the last one for their masterwork experience was to the A&M Railroad. They were learning about past industries in Rogers and how they changed over time. And again, that's enhancing their study on human impacts and Earth systems in our development community. So they've had a lot of field trips just in the last quarter. That's one grade level. And you can imagine that our other grade levels are taking, really having the same type of experiences. Our third grade, I believe this may have been yesterday, they went to Crystal Bridges. They were visiting the Azure Chandelier by Dale Chihuly, and also using that to write, to help them write stories of the paintings that they're working on. So that is a huge museum partner with us, and we appreciate them so much. And it's a fantastic experience to have pieces like this in our own community. So what's up next for us? So we've kind of gone through that artful learning model all quarter. And the last piece is students to create original creations. So that is kind of a culmination of their units. They're creating metaphors for those academic standards and turning that into an art piece. So every grade level looks a little different on what their original creation is. So some third quarter original creations, we have these different items. Not even gonna pretend to try to say that no tins, maybe basic. Illustrated grade line notes and glazed ceramic tiles in some grades. So they're doing a lot of great things. We'd love to invite you over to our school to see those sometime. Also, what's next for us is we are getting into testing gear right when we come back. We actually are finishing up LP testing right now and hope to have all of our English language proficiency tests taken before our students go home for break. And when they come back, we'll be doing that final push, getting ready for our Atlas testing, starting with K2, and then with our 3-6 at the end of April and beginning of May. And that is it for our elementary update.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Then we have
Doesn't mean we can't discuss it.
discuss is begin discussing the reiteration of snow days. And I know we've talked, I'll go ahead and start that conversation. I made the call after the board, we discussed and voted on taking snow days during intersession. We did get feedback from the board, from the community on they were not prepared for that. And it was disrupting their summer plans. So in an attempt to follow our policy, which at the time only stated summer, we made the decision to recant that and just say we'll take it in summer to follow our own policy. At the same time, we will have this on the agenda when we can vote that clearly says that we will take it snow days next year, either during that last week of school or during intersession. So it gives us the flexibility. So we're clear in language. But we do want to reiterate that we are taking our snow days for this year at the very end of school.
And in everyone's defense, we voted in that calendar. We told everyone, here's what we're doing. So they made plans accordingly.
Yes, I
The
don't.
intent here is to make sure they understand that it's not the case for the next school year. If we have snow days, we may, as a board, choose to put those in intercession, right? Just depends on what snow days, when they happen. So we're modifying the calendar here for next year.
Yeah, and I think the change was valid. The request from our administration was, hey, if we put it in the summer, we're losing instructional days before this massive testing calendar that we have. And we really, as faculty and administration, we really want those to be instructional days, and we feel like there's more value to our students. So It wasn't that we willy-nilly approved that, but yes,
We
I
owe it to them
see,
to warn them though.
yeah, I see where we'll just do it from the beginning,
Yeah.
from here on out.
Yeah, we'll make that very clear, because we want the kids to succeed, and some of these bigger high-stake tests do have a longer impact on some of our older kids. So we will be clear that we'll make those decisions, as needed.
And we missed a whole week this year, which
So in the
is
event there
so
are no
hard
snow
for
days, we got our instructional time, which means intercession is the full 2 weeks, right?
Yes,
to
yes.
lose a whole week of instruction is difficult for our teachers,
Yes.
to ask our teachers to make up.
Yes, yes, so
That's tough.
we've reiterated that. Another thing we can discuss is, so we had an incredible training session with the board and the foundation and several members that represented both parent organizations, PTA and PTSA. And during that training, we really got clear on a fundraising and a goal for us and how we were going to use the upcoming Celebrate the Arts to help launch a larger capital campaign. After that training session, we kind of realized that we probably needed a little bit more guidance on what our next step was, what that package looks like, and kind of gearing us up for how we take next steps with this approach. And so we need to set a date for that second training session, which won't be 3 hours, ideally an hour. And it will be, we'll have an agenda that goes out beforehand, but really it's just clarifying what next steps should be. Ideally, if we could get it between April 6th through 9th, then it would be at 5 o'clock. So if we can set a date, that would be helpful.
The 9th is the senior showcase, just FYI.
So not the 9th,
Sixth,
Thank you.
seventh, or eighth.
6th, 7th, or 8th.
I can't do the 7.
Okay, so it's 7 out, between the 6th or the 8th.
Well, you don't have to complete it. I'm just throwing it out
It's
there.
gonna be tough because there's a lot of
Yeah.
people in there too. So whatever we pick, there's one that's
Yeah.
probably right. So in my mind, we try to pick one that's just the easiest.
Majority.
Conflicting with the majority. The 8th is a Wednesday, midweek,
Sounds great.
right?
Sounds great.
Anybody have a strong opinion?
Okay, stay.
8th?
All right, so we're setting that for April the 8th at 5
And that,
o'clock.
just to confirm, that will be virtual again.
Virtual,
Right.
yes.
So that's a little more convenient for everyone to be able to be part of
Yes.
the training.
And you can put that on the calendar.
So that will help. We can.
Dr. Roberts, there is some discussion that has to be had in executive session.
Yes.
And I feel like that's the best use of
Yes.
our time.
Very good.
And we might, yeah. So we're gonna go to executive. We're going to resume. It's nothing actionable from executive session. We're going to go back in the agenda a little bit because we have a quorum and vote on some things. Coming back to the final audit results of our financials and the audit letter, we need to acknowledge those and vote to accept them as part of our agenda and our documentation.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Any opposed?
Second. I second.
We also need to vote to approve the minutes from last month.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, we need to vote on the financials.
Yes.
Um,
Other questions?
I do not have any questions. Anyone else? I move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, we discussed already the calendar revision. Tina, I don't know if you have looked at that before. Our previous calendar that we voted in did not have language that said we might use snow days during intersession or just that flexibility. So now we are voting on this revised calendar for 26, 27 that gives us the ability to choose that with our snow days. I need a motion to adopt this calendar for 26, 27.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. On the AI policy, Dr. Roberts, we hadn't discussed that one yet. Can you?
So the reason for the policy and the way it was written is specifically to give it some flexibility and some room for AI to continue to grow and expand as it does daily.
Yeah.
But what it basically states is that it's assuming it's a resource, not a crutch, that it's used for editing purposes, reviewing purposes. It's used to not replace the human experience judgment. And so we just put it in there that it's the guardrails are, it's applying to everyone. It's applying to all kind of school activities. It's, I'm reading from the thing, it's basically, it's what its functionality is, and it's not an educational replacement.
I've read a lot of these because schools are trying to address it. I really like this version.
I'm
Talking
confident
about-
that our policies won't evolve as fast as AI will.
Yes.
I think we need to do something, and I think this is a good first step. I
Yeah.
think we have to keep revisiting it.
I like that we're talking about kind of mission alignment, purpose. So.
Yeah, and I think too, it gives enough flexibility for each instructional leader in their classroom to define what that means for them specifically, not only for their whole course, but also individual assignments. So it could ebb and flow. Ideally, we want to teach kids how to use it effectively while they're still using their intellectual capacity. And so that's the real world. Ethically correct. That's true. It's a good point. And so we're gonna set this, and as you said, we might have to revisit it if we get certain, breaches in this policy that we didn't anticipate.
Which we,
These are broad guardrails. I
Yes.
suspect something will happen and we'll realize that we need another additional guardrail. That's what I think.
But at least we're covered. What we'll do is if you vote to accept it, we'll accept it as of now. So we'll insert it in the handbook as of now, and then it will for sure go into all of our handbooks moving forward.
Okay,
I
any
move to
questions,
accept.
objections? No. Second? Someone second?
Oh, I will second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. I have given you guys a bio for Marty Sharkey, who is a board member candidate that we are considering. Marty is a parent of a ballet student here. She has a passion for this school. She's got a strong community network, which would help advance our philanthropic efforts. She's got some medical insight. And I've given you the bio so that if you guys have any questions about Marty, but my intent is to accept her onto our board. I know some of us have talked to Marty, and this is our opportunity to have questions. And if not, we will accept her onto our board.
That's great.
Yeah.
I think this is a
Everybody's
great
good?
addition, another kind of different than the rest of us, just bringing in another view.
On the outside looking in, it may seem arbitrary, but we all individually make sure that a board member is a fit for our mission, for the school. We individually get to, study the candidate's resume, interview them. So,
Well, and filling strengths that, we might be missing.
So in my mind, this public forum is, an opportunity to say if something doesn't feel right or we don't all align on this, that this isn't a good fit. This is our opportunity to say that. And I'm not getting the vibe that anyone has any objections to this.
No.
Okay, so I move we ask Marty Sharkey to join our board. Okay.
First and a second.
Yeah, we need a second.
I move to bring her
Okay.
on.
Second.
All in favor? Any opposed?
What was Marty's name again?
I'll get that to you.
Coming back to the training we need to do, I don't know if that necessarily, we didn't need to vote on that. We all just needed to align on that time and date, right? Did I miss anything?
I don't think so.
You
Good job.
You did a good
Yeah,
job.
jumping around tonight.
Okay, so who wants to be first to vote to adjourn? Race you to it?
It's so
Terrible if I did it. Sounds so like.
So moved. I just need a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Good job.
Have a good night.
In